A St. Johns County custom home builder accused of abandoning his projects in Nocatee was a no-show at his court hearing today. 9 homeowners are suing the president of Pineapple Corporation, Spencer Calvert, personally. They say he stole from them. This is video of Calvert in court last month after he was arrested. He's accused of misappropriating over $15 million. Today's hearing was not about his criminal charges, but his request that the lawsuits against him be handled in arbitration. News4JAX I-Team investigator Tiffany Salome sat in on that hearing today and has a look at just what happened.
Spencer Calvert was subpoenaed by the opposing counsel to be here in court today, but he never showed. I approached Calvert's attorney after the hearing and asked him why he wasn't here, but he had no comment to share. Now, after today's hearing, the judge ultimately decided that he needs more time to make a decision on whether or not these cases will go to arbitration.
More than a dozen hopeful homebuyers had big plans to relocate their families to Florida and build their custom dream homes in this Nocatee neighborhood.
It was our dream to come here to Florida, and it's been a bit of a nightmare.
But their home builder, the Pineapple Corporation, abandoned them. Captain Sandy Yan, the star of a popular reality TV show, was one of the homeowners left behind.
It's been over a year since it's been touched.
The president of the company, Spencer Calvert, was arrested and accused of misappropriating $15 million. According to investigators, Calvert failed to pay subcontractors, and that caused more than $900,000 in liens to be filed against the abandoned homeowners.
Some of you may be going, well, where is the money? Well, that's part of our investigation, and you can rest assured that we're going to get to the bottom of it.
While the state is pursuing criminal charges against Calvert, 9 victims have filed suit against Calvert personally to try and recoup some of the money they lost.
Obviously, our goal is to recover as much of the money that was lost from our homeowners as possible.
James Gonzalez is the attorney representing those 9 homeowners in court. He explained to me that instead of a jury trial, Calvert and his attorney want to settle the cases in arbitration, which is standard for construction claims. All Pineapple Corporation contracts included an arbitration clause in the event of a dispute between the home builder and homeowner. But there's provisions in the contract Calvert did not honor himself, namely that construction would be completed by the end of 2023.
The attorney for the homeowners suing Calvert had lots of questions today about what happened to the money that was paid to the Pineapple Corporation. Now, there was no indication from the judge on whether or not he would be holding Calvert in contempt of court for not showing up to this hearing today, but it's possible that the opposing counsel will file another motion requesting that to happen. Now, as for when we'll have a decision, the judge has taken this case under advisement. So he'll make the decision without requiring another hearing, but it's unlikely that we'll know more today. Reporting in St. Johns County, Tiffany Salome, Channel 4, the local station.